The skies were red like blood. It was the hardest night for the family of the Prophet. In the emptiness of the desert, they faced the darkness and loneliness of the night. Dawn breaks out on the desolate sands of Karbala. What was the battlefield yesterday is a stretch of desert covered with the bodies of the slain. The struggle was far from over for this noble family. It was just the beginning. As the wails and shrieks of the women and children filled the silence that followed the battle, and just as they were beginning to mourn for their beloved lost ones, the army of Ibn Sa'd marched toward them, circulating around the women and children. They looted whatever was in the tents. When they were done, they set the remaining tents on fire. The soldiers fought over the women, but they resisted and ran in all different directions. The next day in the afternoon, Ibn Sa'd and his army prepared to lead towards Kufa. All the women and children were gathered in chains, forced to walk barefoot on the hot sands as prisoners to be taken to Ibn Ziyad. Ali, son of Hussein, known as Al-Sajjad, was chained and placed on a camel without a saddle. Al-Sajjad was Hussein's only son to survive, unable to take part in the Battle of Karbala due to his illness. His life was spared because he was weak and fragile. The women begged for the army to let them see the dead bodies on their way. The army agreed and took them. When they saw the scene, they fell on the bodies, each one kissing and crying on the bodies. The sister of Hussein, Lady Zainab, shouted,
"O Muhammad, this is Hussein stoned by catapults, mixed with blood and sand, his body cut into pieces. O Muhammad, your children are taken captives and your descendants are killed. O God, accept this sacrifice from us."
The women and children did not want to leave the bodies. Finally, Zajr ibn Bais came and whipped them with lashes, forcing them to go. After a long and hard journey of 70 kilometers, finally, the captives arrive in Kufa. They are paraded in the streets for all to see. The people gathered around them to see who they were, asking questions. One lady came and asked, "Which war are you prisoners of?" They said, "We are the prisoners from the house of Prophet Muhammad." When Zainab reached a large group of people, she stood and said,
"All praises to God and blessings to our forefather Muhammad. O people of Kufa, people of treachery and deception, you cry, may you never end your crying. O people of Kufa, do you not know what heart of the Prophet you have cut out? Do you not know what honored women of the Prophet's house you have enslaved and dishonored? Do you not know what blood of the Prophet you have shed?"
The people began to cry loudly. When Al-Sajjad's camel came forward, the people gathered around and saw him in chains, bleeding on the unsaddled camel. He then began,
"Praises and thanks to God, blessings to the Prophet. O people, I am Ali, son of Hussein, son of Ali, ibn Abu Talib. I am the son of the one whose women are taken captives. I am the son of the one whose wealth was looted. I am the son of the one whose honor was humiliated. I am the son of the one who was killed at the Euphrates, and that is a great honor for us. O people, I ask you, by God, do you know that you wrote to my father and deceived him? That you gave him a promise and broke it? That you fought against him? By what eyes can you look at the Prophet now?
The people of Kufa were in a sorry state, but it was too late for tears, for the tragedy had already fallen upon the holy household, and now they were being led to the castle of Ibn Ziyad. Ibn Ziyad, the governor of Kufa, sat on his throne, and the head of Hussein was between his hands. Ibn Ziyad wanted to humiliate Lady Zainab, so he said, "Praise God that he has exposed you and killed you and eradicated your cause." Lady Zainab replied,
Praise God who has honored us by his Prophet Muhammad and purified us from impurity. Indeed, only the guilty will be exposed, and the sinners will lie, and they are not we.
Ibn Ziyad asked, "What do you think of what God did to your family?" She said,
I did not see anything but good. These are people on whom martyrdom is destined. They went where God wanted them to go. God will gather you and them on the day of judgment.
Ibn Ziyad ignored her, but turned his face to Ali al-Sajjad and said, "What is your name?"
My name is Ali, son of Hussein.
Ibn Ziyad said, "Did God not kill Ali? Ali al-Akbar in Karbala?" Al-Sajjad replied,
I had another brother older than me named Ali. People killed him.
Ibn Ziyad said, "No! God killed him!"
God makes people die when it is time for their death.
The people started talking about what happened, and Ibn Ziyad became afraid. He ordered the chief of the guards to imprison Hussein's family in a special house near the castle. People gathered to see them. Everyone was curious about the fate of the Prophet's family. Ibn Ziyad sent a messenger to Yazid, telling him of the events and waiting for his orders. The messenger came back with Yazid's reply that Ibn Ziyad should immediately send the prisoners and the heads to Damascus.